Hi there, I'm here with Bryan Segal from Comscore Media Metrics. You've got to be quite a stats fan to do what you do, hey?
Yeah, I have a degree in statistics, and I started as a research guy, but now it's more about taking that research and making actionable and tangible data points, because data means nothing unless you can put a storyline to it.
Yeah, and you've been with them for quite a while, eh?
8 years now.
That's incredible.
Yeah, no.
So you started young.
Started young, and you see everybody moving, through this digital world, and people move around a lot, and I've seen a lot.
Yeah, people come and go more than other industries.
In this
sure.
industry, there's a huge turnover rates at places, but the biggest issue in this industry is lack of employees, lack of workers, lack of knowledgeable people who are educated in the field. And I know we're working a lot to grow this industry, but it's grown by people, not measurement, not data, not Google, not MSN. It's grown by people who work there. So we are in a big deficit in terms of the amount of people in this industry, and it's just really a call out to people.
When you say we, you mean global? Are you talking Canada? Or are you referring to the internet community?
I'm talking. I can only talk to Canada, but I know that it's a huge problem that we have, and we're always trying to find answers to it.
Yeah, and can you? I mean, I know you spend a lot of your days just throwing out a ton of statistics, so it's all on the top of your head. What's the most shocking statistic in terms of?
Well, I'll give you the boardroom-friendly version of this.
Good. Okay. And then we'll get to the other stuff after.
Yeah. No. I think that, when you think about it, it's the sheer amount of people on the web doing things. The fact that Canada has the largest actual penetration of their online media, being 72% of Canadians use the internet on a monthly basis. Looking at 4,000 pages, spending about approximately 46 hours. When you think about it, the penetration of Facebook, YouTube, social networking, and most of the major categories are huge in this country. So I think what still shocks me is maybe the most 30,000 foot stat is how big this thing is in this country, and what a great opportunity it is. And that's the kind of thing that I think about. Holy cow, we're sitting on a pot of gold, and we just got to be able to reach consumers where they want it, when they want it, and that's going to be the big challenge.
What do you say about the naysayers to the kind of technology you guys provide?
To Comscore technology?
Yeah, well, no, media metrics.
Okay, so media metrics technology. I mean, there's no perfect research in the world. There never will be. We would like to have a panel of 33 million Canadians, but that would drive up the cost of the business a lot. So, you think about any similar research company, we do the same methodology. We just use one of the largest panels in this country with 25,000 people on a monthly basis. So there's going to be naysayers all the time about data. But at the end of the day, when you think about the people who are making the decisions, the buying decisions, the planning decisions, they're using our data to forecast the business. And I think at the end of the day, we provide a good tool for them, a good proxy to understand what's going on in the online world. So there's no perfection, but when you think about the stats, and when you bring it down to the sample size that we have, we're very bang on when you look at all of our releases when it comes to the actual e-commerce numbers versus the U.S. When you think about actual numbers versus our numbers, it's going to be different. I think part of the problem this industry has is that there's people believe in there's two measurements. In no other industry is there two measurements. So they have their internal measurement, then they have Comscore. And we're measuring two different things, but I think people always look at it and say that our internal measurement is true, but there is a lot of issues that come in with internal measurement, such as cookie deletion and overcounting of people, and there's no algorithm to find a person. You're always developing sort of, hey, X plus Y plus Z on the back of a paper and saying that's the truth. So, and then executives are given these numbers and say this is the truth. So I think there's always going to be the variance, but given that we have over 150 clients in Canada, all of the major agencies use our data, all the major publishers use our data, I think it's a really good proxy.
Absolutely.
And we're here to educate. It's not only about selling something for us, it's about educating this industry and growing with the industry as they grow. So we're very dedicated to that. We speak at abundance of conferences.
Well, I know you're on quite the trail.
Yeah. So
do you ever get home? Rarely.
No, I get home, but it's not enough.
Yeah.
So I think at the end of the day, it's not, our responsibility is to do our best measurement of the online population,
Mm-hmm.
and we're dedicated to doing that. And we're dedicated to growing with this industry and working with it. It's not just a matter of selling data; it's about actually growing and making sure we come up with stats which will help people generate revenue.
Mm-hmm. You are a big advocate of social networks, obviously, because you've seen that that's actually a large part of driving. What ones do you participate in? What are you a fan of?
Well, I used to be a fan of Facebook, and I used it pretty religiously. And I actually then kind of got off Facebook personally because I started to get media requests and stuff from clients on Facebook, and I said, hey, my Facebook is MySpace, and it's kind of,
right.
I check it every so often, I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
But I use LinkedIn, I'm a, big user.
Big advocate. It's more controlled and private.
Yeah,
and so it wasn't the actual walled garden effect that you wanted to move away from, and the fact that you couldn't. Okay.
I love Facebook.
Yeah.
I really love it, and secretly, well, I guess it's not so secret, but I'm thinking about opening another profile as Bryan Segal 2, which is like, and I really gotta. I think that's the problem. When this whole thing started is, hey, I gotta add as many fake friends as I can so I can be popular and perceived as a great guy.
Right.
But then that comes up and catches you, because then you're getting inundated by people and games and things that I'm like, hey,
invites.
Invite me to their cat party for their 3-year-old cat. Like, I don't care about your 3-year-old cat. We don't talk for a certain reason, and that's why. So it gets really really crazy, and it's a lot to deal with, and a lot of emails and a lot of inundation of communication. And sometimes I want it, and sometimes I don't. And I think it's not by how much you want it, but who you want it from, which is
you want
not
the control.
control.
Yeah. Control. That's cool. So nextMEDIA, you're having a good time?
Yeah, this is our 5th year at nextMEDIA, and we're a big believer in what the folks here do at Achilles Media and nextMEDIA, and as well in Toronto. And we think they draw a great crowd, and it helps to bring this industry forward. And I think the intent is there. It's not just a money grab, which a lot of conferences are, but it's also about educating the population here. And I just like how it mixes in with Banff, and you're getting some people who are very interested in digital and what we'll call new media to some of these organizations, though it's a 15-year-old media.
Sure.
It's not new media anymore. So I think it talks to a great crowd that has a lot of decision powers, and who a lot of people are interested in. Hey, this thing's growing. We're either on the boat or off the boat, and if we're off the boat, we're going to be in big trouble. So we got to get on now. So people are very interested in the web.
Great. Thank you, Bryan.
So toot.
Bravo.